and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me at the fantastic Candy Corner Fisheries, and we are out of the box, boys and girls. We are out and we are testing today the response margin, and it's absolutely getting its arm pulled off. And we've just hooked this one shallow, and they pull back these fish. They're fair old fish, and we're not messing about. We've got strong gear on, we've got 020 line, and got a 16 hollow on, and we aren't hanging about. And they don't half pull back, and these are where these fantastic sort of margin style poles are great. And if you see my unboxing of it, you'll see sort of how light it is, but also how strong. And this is what we're wanting to test today. And I cannot move this fish from left hand side of me. It's absolutely careering for the left hand side. Once we get it under control, we'll get back onto that top kit and hopefully get the first decent carp of the year after suffering this lockdown. And it is a fair old fish, that's for sure. A fair old fish, and we'll see if we can. I'm not taking anything lightly here. The time I fished here, the big fish, and they know where to go. And get this one under control. And like always when you're shallow fishing, is it tames these fish, no problems. And that's the first one of the day, and I'm sure it's going to be the first of many. And it's a beautiful fish to start the day, close to double figures, if not double figures. We'll get that feedback out there and get this one unhooked, and we'll get him lifted up for you. Hooked perfectly in the lip, and that's a fantastic start to the day. Just let him just chill out in the net a second. Well, see if we can grab him, because he's pretty lively. But we got to hold first fish of this year up, if he lets me. That is, he's not very happy about it, but we'll try and get him up for you. So absolutely clunker of a start, close to double figures. We'll get him back. We'll get that rig shown to you, and fingers crossed we can have some more fish. That's a great start. Covered me in slime, but it's all good. We're just happy to be out on the bank. So the rig itself, let's have a look. So we'll move this pole back and we'll come up to camera and have a little go through. So like I say, we're fishing with the 8.5 metre response. The rig is 020 main line, and that's hyper sensor. Sorry, it's Pro Gen Pro line. We've got the hybrid fusion 14 to 16 elastic on this one, and a Pro Gen jigger float. Now we set the jigger, it's about, I don't know, a foot, and we're just jigging that bait up and down. And as you can see, we've got a nice 6mm pellet with a size 14 kkmb hook, barbless. So what we'll do is we'll get back on the box, keep feeding, and see if we can catch some more. In not that long succession, to be honest. Gone for a nice scream to my right when I just had to obviously turn the camera on. I'm trying to conserve battery today, so it's not as if the action's not thick and fast. I'm trying to conserve it so I can get a few films done for you guys that are on a different few methods. Obviously we'll hopefully get some paste done as well, but response just absolutely absorbing that first run. Just an absolute unit of with the tool. Just takes it. It went far to my right hand side and absolutely off like a rocket. And so strong, you just don't even feel like you're putting any effort into it. And like I said, we got strong gear today. It's 020 like I was saying, and sort of 14-16 hollow. Right, it's not the heaviest elastic, but I still need a bit of suppleness. I want them to swim out the swim, and I don't want them to be hanging about. So it's still got to strong enough to handle these big fish, but we still got to allow them to swim out. But this is the thing that I love about Candy Corner. It's just every fish is hard fighting, and 5 pound or more. I mean, that first one here as damn it as a double, and I reckon this will be 5-6 pound, if not bigger. Just so strong fish, and just so strong this response. I'm not pulling its head off, but I've got plenty of pressure on it, and it just feels so solid. Oh, it's not a mirror, it's another nice comment. Get in that net. Oh, shuffle. Just about fits in. Put my larger net on today. And again, another good sized fish. Beautiful condition, I love these. I'll try and get under a little bit of control. Steady. And again, an absolute unit of a fish in the sunshine. Beautiful. 2 lovely fish to start off. Let's get him back in. Covered in beautiful slime, as you can imagine. They're not massively far away from spawning now, so yeah. And we're in straight away on the paste. This is second drop, and that one took the elastic out. They wanted it so much, and it's just my favourite method. You can't beat a bit of paste fishing. And this is what the second of the 3 disciplines that we're going to show and test out with the response. Next will be sort of close quarter. Down the head fishing, and you can see it's giving it a good old pull at the moment. Not ready to ship some sections back yet. This fish is going for gold, and this is where you have the strength of these poles that can pull back on these fish. This one is going for the island. A big sort of tip when you're playing fish that do sort of pull out like this, and that is never to point the pole at them. Always maintain an angle. This goes for any sort of pole fishing that you're trying to do. You want an angle on all the time. If you put the tip straight at them, then that's when you lose top kits, and no one wants to lose a top kit. And that goes, even sort of 2-3 pound carp can do that. So it is good practice to keep hold. And this is definitely putting this response to the test. They're pulling my arm off is this thing. It is not happy about being hooked. So we've got about 3.5-4 foot out in front of us, and we've just found a little flat bit. And this is basically at the length of the response pole, which is obviously 8.5 metres, and we've plumbed up and we've got a nice new Progen float to test out. And yeah, this fish is definitely giving this response a test. Now the thing that we've got now is we've got a lot more line to deal with, as this is obviously a deeper kit. And he's still angry and he's still not happy about being hooked. Strong gear though, again 020 line, do to a size 12 kkmb. Never have anything smaller than a 12 when I fish paste, because you've got to pull through that paste obviously to hit the fish. So never go lower. You're just making it more difficult for yourself. The fish can't see it in the paste. If venues allow it and there's some really big fish, Jamie only is allowed up to a size 12. Sometimes I go a 10 kkmb. KKMBs are my favourite hooks for fishing paste. They're thin, they're strong, they're sharp, less friction when you're pulling it through the paste. It's a good fish, this, I think. They've all been good fish today. Oh yep, another one of those nice common carp. Typical size paste fish and typical size fish for here. Oh, she's straight in, and let's get that out of the way. That's another good fish. And they're all lively, ready for spawning soon. Not as big as some of them we've had today, but still an absolute beautiful example. And let's get him back in, see if we can have another one. Right, so as you see, it's strength. It's definitely easy for fishing for shallow, so nice and light and responsive for that. And we're fishing in wind today. It is off my back, which does help, but it's it's a lot. It's still an absolute sort of mess about when it's blowing you around, but with the stiffness of this pole is making it a little bit easier for sure. And like I said, I wanted to show you at least 3 sort of methods with it today, and that's sort of fishing that shallow, fishing in front of you at full length on paste, and then we're going to show you hopefully later on down the edge and hopefully catch some from down there, but with a shorter pole, and see how it copes with that. And we'll put obviously a little bit bigger elastic. We'll use the 18 to 20 on that one and see what that does differently. Right guys, this is getting the edge line ready to roll. So I've been feeding pellets and corn down my left edge, and in this response kit I've got 16 to 18 hollow, 18 to 20 hollow. I'm going to just quick stop a couple of corn, and hopefully we should be good to go to get one of these fish, fingers crossed. So I've got 020 all the way through, and that is down to a size 12 kkmb. I've got it's actually a shallow 0.4 float, but it works well as a little margin float with the thick bristles. And like I said, 18 to 20 line. Now I'm going to just put an extra section on as a bit of a backup, and fingers crossed we get a fish, but don't know if it's a bit too early or not to go down here, but we're gonna try it anyway. There's fish swirling behind it, so that's always a good sign. I've got a bit more line than normally I have when sort of fishing a margin, but I want to be able to keep the line sort of somewhat off the water, but allow me to sort of tuck my tip away towards the bushes so it's out of sight. Oh, we've hooked him. That's hooked on the paste. Now this is where it's going to test this absolute top kit. First initial run, they just bolt off. Obviously this has got the 18 to 20 elastic, and we could put a bit more strain on them. With that first bolt out there, they take some turning. I'm not going to put it back onto top kit yet. There's so many, there's lilies what you just can't see that's over my right sort of shoulder, and it don't matter what elastic you've got on, if they want to go in there, they'll go in. As I was saying before, it's this 18 to 20 hybrid fusion, so it does stretch quite well. It does stretch quite well for a thick elastic. Which is good, because this fish is going for another run. I thought he was coming towards me, and got a bit excited. Got that top kit off, and just as though I told myself not to do, it was off. And it's so strong, but this response has just really impressed me today. You know, it's handled shallow fishing for these big carp. It's handled fishing the paste out in front of us, and now it's handling the edge, and it's absolutely going for it with this fish. And strip this down and get some elastic back on it, because it's a nice common, and they do go well, and they do like to get underneath these snags. If we can get him in, it'll be a nice one. It'll be a nice one to finish on. Not the biggest I've had today, but certainly one of the most prettiest looking ones. That's for sure. Beautiful colours just under the surface tension. And they're just so powerful, and that's one reason that I wanted to come to Candy Corner to do this film, both of these parts of this film, because the fish are such good condition and such hard fighting big fish that I've got blooming sections everywhere because I've got two poles on the go, but it's still a lovely fish. And he's, you know, he's orange and he's red and he's dark. I'll just get this unhooked. Slightly shorter fish than the others, but still thick set. Let's give him, see if he'll play a ball. I'm not happy about it, but we'll see if he can play a ball for a few seconds. And there we go, another fantastic fish. Let's get him away back with his friends. So guys, in conclusion today, the response, absolutely fantastic bit of kit, dominated all three tests today, and with really big fish and you know, strong elastics and strong gear. So that hopefully, along with next week's, will give you an idea of which way you want to go. If you have a look, I've got an unboxing of both that I did at home, and I've got a versus as well, where they're side by side. So if you want any more information, just let me know. Get yourself down to Candy Corner Fisheries. Thanks very much to Jamie today. It's been fantastic with booking us on and all that kind of business. It's an amazing venue. You need to check that out for sure. Join us on the Facebook groups at 7 o'clock on Fridays for the live feeds, and again on the Instagram at angling_for_you at 8 o'clock. And like, share, subscribe and like, guys. Put that bell icon on so then you can see all the new videos. Don't forget to check with your local venues to see if they're fishing and if you need to book on before you get there. Now, thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Tight lines.